Hello, this is me after making this video. I wanted to put this in the intro because I wanted to tell you guys something. I really want to finish this mod ASAP because I want to do all the routes. I mean, I get it. I've only played one Yuri mod, which is Outcast, but still, this is a very fresh look on Yuri. I really like how they're depicting her so far, and the fact that this is my first video on the Yuri route. Oh my goodness! So yeah, expect to see a Sayori playthrough and a Natsuki playthrough in the near future after this Yuri route. I'm really excited because to me this is probably one of the best mods I'd be able to play. So yeah, hope you guys stick around and see you guys and enjoy the video. Huh? What's this? In this twisted plot I was destined for an astronaut on the ocean floor. Alone Together, Act 2. Oh! Wait! Oh my goodness, if ever... Huh? Oh! We have a new dialogue box? Like, huh? What was that? Oh my goodness. The Yuri route's about to begin officially? I guess. Oh! What's this music? Oh my goodness! It's another Monday. Letting out a loud yawn, I dragged myself through my morning routine. Maybe staying up to read wasn't my best idea. Now that I think about it, I actually can't remember the last time I stayed up to read something other than manga. Yuri must be rubbing on me. Oh my goodness! Ah! I'm getting excited. Lately I've been eating breakfast more out of force of habit than anything. And anyhow, the pantry and fridge are starting to look like Sayori's stomach. Empty. That was quite dark. Maybe I can ask Yuri to go shopping with me? We're going to the mall with Yuri? That'd be nice. I finish my food quickly and make my way out of the house. After a moment, Sayori walks up to me. Oh my goodness! Ah. If every route is going to be this good, I just want to play all of the routes. After a moment, Sayori walks up to me. Hi, Midas! She's bouncing up and down on the balls of her feet. Hey, Sayori, what's up? I'm just happy to get back to the swing of things. What? Is Natsuki bringing more cupcakes? Or is the club going to be not grey for once? Ooh, I'd like her too, but I'm not sure about that given everything that happened. I don't know. I'm just glad to get back into the normal routine. Without all the hullabaloo of the festival, I mean. Eh? What's so funny now? That ain't funny, she's just trying to lift her obviously dark thoughts. Hullabaloo is such a weird word. You're a weirdo, Sayori. Nuh-uh, you're the one to talk. And so the pot calls the kettle black. We eventually arrive at school and head off to our respective classes, Sayori sending me off by sticking her tongue out at me. That's not nice. Oh my goodness, is everything going to be Yuri themed now? As I approach my classroom, my train of thought takes a sharp turn as Sakurai smiles at me. It looks like he's only arrived It looks like he's only just arrived himself. Morning, sir. Ah, Midas. How are you doing? I'd just like to comment again. These are well done sprites. Very excited, of course. Learning about my favorite subject with my favorite teacher. Even though personally speaking, I hate history. I'm going to tactfully interpret that as non-sarcastic. I laugh. We enter the classroom together. As Sakurai opens his mouth to begin his lesson, some fast footsteps suddenly stop right outside of the room. Ah, Emmy! How nice of you to join us. He raises his eyebrows at her, a mischievous glint in his eyes. What are you trying to do? Cutting it rather fine, aren't we? I'm beginning to think that you'd rather be out on the field than come to one of my fascinating lectures. Sorry, sir. She starts bowing slightly, her cheeks red. I lost track of time and rushed over as soon as I realized. Don't worry, I'd much rather be here. She walks over to the desk quickly as Sakurai's class begins. Whew! That's everything done for the day. As my last class ends, I let my feet steer me towards the club. It's Yuri time! Walking down the corridor, I absent-mindedly peer into the emptying classrooms passing by. A couple of students chat to the teacher in one classroom, while a ring of friends laugh together in another. Huh, they look fun to be around. Wait, isn't that the green-haired guy from the festival? The dickhead from the festival? Yeah, hard pass, it must suck to be someone in that class. From what I can recall, that's Natsuki's classmate. Fortunately, all of the club members are in different classes. Speaking of which, that's Yuri's coming up now. And... huh? Yuri's in here. She's in there, sorry. Should I ask her to walk with me to the club? Well, no harm in trying. Hey Yuri. Yeah? Just... that was strange. Albeit a cute sound she just made. Ah, Midas. Oh, sorry for my outburst. I was just surprised. You are good. What are you still doing in the class? Everyone's gone by now, so she's the last one here. Ah, about that. She motions toward a stack of textbooks on her desk. I was the last one out of the classroom, and my teacher asked me to deliver these to the student council room. She hefts them up in her arms as she speaks, hugging them to her chest. I suppose I should get on that now. Could you let the others know why I'll be late? Hold on, I can help you with that if you want. Yes! No, I can handle it. I can't ask you to take all my responsibilities for me. We're just going to help you, Yuri. Chill out. Yuri, this isn't a super serious request. It's no sweat for me, really. It's really alright. I'd feel bad if I couldn't do this myself. But they look pretty heavy, you know. They're really not, so you don't have to worry about it. Additionally, the student council room is rather close by, so I'm guessing that she doesn't want to bother me over this. After all, those textbooks can't be that light. Should I just take her word for it, or go ahead and help her? Obviously help her. I mean, that sounds like the best option, I guess. On an impulse, I reach out and take the stack from books from Yuri. Wait, we're gonna do it ourselves? Midas! It's seriously fine. I'm happy to help you out this way. But it's no bother, Yuri. In fact, I insist on carrying this stuff for you. Besides, I can't let a girl do all the dirty work, right? Well, we could have at least just shared the load, but okay. I don't see why my being a girl has to do with anything. Well, you know, shoot, looks like that was the wrong thing to say. What I mean is that you're my friends, so... Well, wanna get going then? Midas, I told you I could do it myself. I wasn't trying to be coy or anything. I guess she did really want to carry them herself. Damn, it's too late to take it back though. Hey, you know what? How about next time I need some help? I'll call you up, alright? That way we're even, I suppose so. Did I just make the wrong decision? Oh my goodness. We set off down the hall, and soon enough we're just about in front of the student council room. I'll wait for you outside, alright? Alright. It shouldn't take very long anyway. As she turns to take the books from me, her ankle happens to twist beneath her. Almost as if in slow motion, Yuri tumbles to the ground, landing an ungainly heap on the floor. Well, now I feel a bit better now that I took them from Yuri. At least we're here to help her. Her redness blossoms in her cheeks that's only hastened by the giggling and staring of bystanders nearby. How is this supposed to be funny? Here, need any help? I reach down to offer my hand, but she springs to her feet without taking it, avoiding my eyes by staring down and straightening her skirt. You are not hurt, are you? No, it's fine. Here, I can take the books now. With the books back in Yuri's arms, we awkwardly stand together without saying anything for a few moments. Wait here for a moment, please. And at least we're here to accompany her with something embarrassing, I guess. She quickly shuffles into the room in front of us, re-emerging a minute later. Wanna get going now? Yuri nods in affirmation, opening her mouth to speak. However, she's interrupted by giggling from a couple of girls standing nearby. And they were there when Yuri... Oh my... How was that supposed to be funny, man? Don't tell me they're laughing at her. Judging by Yuri's expression, it looks like that's the conclusion she's drawn. Well, at least we're here to accompany her and probably confront them. She buries her face in her hands, and I can only imagine how red her face is. I can't believe Hey, Yuri. It's okay. No one's gonna care or remember what happened in a few minutes. Well, those giggling girls aren't helping my argument, but what else am I supposed to say? Come on. Let's just leave them and get over to the club. You can distract yourself with books there. With a sigh, Yuri drops her face from her... Drops her face? Yuri drops her hands from her face. She doesn't say anything, instead opting to shoot me a miserable look. Let's go. You'll feel better when you're back with the others. A few moments later, we arrive in front of the club room. So, how are you doing? How's your ankle? However, she elects to enter the club room instead of answering me. Oh no. Following Yuri to the club room, I call out her name. Yuri! Trouble in paradise? Sorry, Midas, is something wrong? Hey guys, sorry. I just really need to talk to Yuri right now. Yuri, can you talk outside? Alright. I quickly shuffle Yuri out of the room while attempting an apologetic face at the others. I'll just be borrowing Yuri for a little bit, guys. Carry on with whatever you're doing. This is totally not weird. Yuri. Sorry, but did I upset you? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you didn't answer me when I asked a question before. Oh, I must have not heard you. We were just beside each other. Really? I can't tell if she's simply making an excuse or not. Sorry, I just don't particularly feel like talking right now. Yuri turns her face away from me, a sheet of silky hair blocking her from view. Suffice to say, I'm feeling rather off balance right now. You don't have to tell me about it if you don't want to. But just know that I'll always provide you with a listening ear. Thank you. Sorry about assuming things when I took the books off your hands. I just really wanted to help you. No need to apologize, Midas. There's no logical reason for me to be upset over it. She sighs deeply, closing her eyes. I don't know why I feel the way I feel. Is it strange to say that I don't understand myself? Not really. No, I don't think it's strange at all. I think that a lot of people could relate to that feeling, including myself. It probably takes a lot of emotional intelligence to truly articulate why you don't feel so hot. But please, don't be afraid to contact me if you ever need help. For that matter, don't be afraid to contact any of the girls as well. I'm sure they pick up the phone pretty fast. I think you mean quickly. Never mind. Well, I'm glad to have your support, Midas. Yeah, of course. Would you like to head back inside now? The others must be wondering what we're doing out here. Oh, alright. Wouldn't want to keep them from waiting too long, I guess. Monica arches an eyebrow at me as I head back inside, Yuri trailing along behind me. Had a pleasant conversation then. Are you trying to tease me? Sure, pleasant enough. Geez, next time you spend half the club time standing around outside and forcing an actual integral member of the club to do the same, just don't bother to come. We spent half of that time outside? Integral member? Huh? I mean, it's not like I mean anything special by that. I mean, I just meant that you're one of the big four, like the original members. So yeah, don't look so deeply into it. Natsuki. Sure, asking you not to analyze words is like asking me not to beep. That was actually a nice one, Sayori. You know, it's not saying much if you're part of the Big Four when there's only 5 members in the club. You know what I mean? Looks like Natsuki's fonder of Yuri than she lets on. Huh? Looks like Natsuki's fonder of Yuri than she lets on. I didn't quite catch that. Hey, stop ganging up on me! Oh, it's good to be back. At least it's not all grey. Today, Yuri and I are going shopping together. And judging by the sunny weather outside, it looks like there's some pathetic fallacy going on. Oh my goodness, we're actually going to go shopping with Yuri! I can't even remember the last time I went food shopping on my own volition. I'll have to admit I was surprised when you messaged me about it. Yeah, it just kinda gets boring for me personally, shopping alone. And I figured out that you'd make great company. Well, I can't say I can relate to feeling bored while shopping alone. It's actually pretty nice. I actually rather enjoy spending that time with my thoughts to myself. Well, I guess that does make sense. That's a very Yuri thing to do. Not to say I don't want to be here right now. I mean, it's a nice change of pace, being able to talk to someone and gather their opinions on different products. And I did have to buy more groceries too. No worries, I get you. But no, you kinda sounded like Natsuki there. You know, Yuri's pretty cute when she gets flustered. I nearly have to bite my tongue to stop myself from teasing her so I can see her get flustered again. We're so... Oh man, we're so flirty. Careful, Midas. She's not Sayori, and she might not respond as well to teasing. That's true. Although she probably wouldn't respond as badly as Natsuki. So she's practically the middle. Ooh! This is new. And there's the store. Yuri and I pick up shopping baskets as we enter the store. By the way, what items are you looking for? Oh, just some basic stuff like ramen, frozen foods. And strawberry milk, please. Pretty much just instant food. Oh, I see. I can almost feel the judgment. Especially with Yuri. Note to self. Learn how to cook something that takes more than 2 seconds to make. A guy who can cook is never a bad thing. Are we gonna get to cook for Yuri one time? Do you happen to have everything else you need then? What do you mean? I mean things such as vegetables, spices, and the like. Wait, you don't know what instant stuff is, Yuri? Yeah, those are hardly ever in my house. I actually don't have that stuff at home. Usually I just make pre-made food. You know, food that you just need to heat up or boil for a few minutes. Do your parents usually cook meals and buy the fresher ingredients then? I wish. I have a feeling that'll play a very big part in the long run. It'd be great if my mom was home more often to do that. Although I can't be ungrateful, the reason why she's away all the time is because she needs to raise me as a single mother. And that's definitely not an easy task. I actually do most of the cooking since my mom is usually out for work. Ever since she got this huge promotion, she had to travel the world on business trips to see clients. Oh, I see. She looks away for a moment. What about your father? Oh, don't ask me about my dad. Oh, well, my parents got divorced some time ago. I'm sorry, Midas. You don't have to talk about it if you prefer not to. No, it's fine. I've come to terms with it already. Everything was all fine and happy when I was a kid, but my parents gradually started arguing more and more as I grew up. Now that I look back, I think it was because my dad took my mom for granted. Yikes! Like, even though they both worked, my mom also cooked and cleaned and did all the usual homemaker stuff. They started getting more and more stressed out because everything, until they finally split. I ended up with my mom and my dad just left. I think he has a new girlfriend, but I haven't seen him a lot. I don't know, I just feel kind of weird whenever I think of my dad having a new partner. Yuri gazes at me with a gentle look on her face. Surprising, her eyes hold a gentle understanding in them rather than pity. Sorry, didn't mean to go on and on about it. I usually bottle this stuff up, so I guess it just flooded out. Are we going to cry to Yuri one time because of pain? I guess it'll happen sooner or later. That's alright, Midas. There's no need to apologize. I can't say I have much experience with dealing with divorced parents, but if you ever need to vent about it, I'll be here. After all, it's only fair I reciprocate. Thanks. And yeah, just having someone to listen helps. We moved through the aisles in a companionable silence for a while. The light from the fluorescent strips overhead shined brightly off the jars and packages we passed by. There's a small clinking sound as Yuri softly drags her fingertips across a row of jars containing kimchi. So, Yuri, do your parents do most of the cooking? I typically prepare the meals. Woo! Oh, what do you cook? She takes a moment, looking at some food in front of us. Some of my favorite foods are fish-based. There's nothing as delectable as teriyaki salmon in my opinion. She stands up straighter as she says this, a smile growing on her face. I really do enjoy home cooking. Most people look forward to eating out at restaurants, but I've always preferred eating comfort foods at home. I can't really relate because I'm horrible at the kitchen. Sometimes, a simple rice dish is all it takes to warm up inside. You should actually try making one sometime. They're very convenient and extremely quick recipes. Are we going to have a scene where we're supposed to impress Yuri by our cooking? Oh? Can you give me some recipes then? Phew, they hardly need recipes. One that I usually reserve for breakfast is egg rice. I assume that you have a rice cooker at home, yes? Huh, who doesn't have one? Well, that simplifies things a lot. All you have to do is make a bowl of nice, fluffy white rice and dig a small dip in the middle of the rice. After that, you crack a raw egg in the middle, season with soy sauce and rice seasoning, mix it together with your chopsticks, and you're done. I'll try that sometime because egg rice is usually fried in my place. At least that's how I do it. Huh, that does sound simple. Although I think I ran out of rice seasoning a long time ago. Well, you can pick up some right now. It's a really delicious dish, despite, or perhaps because of, its simplicity. The frothy lightness of the egg, paired with the subtle sweetness of rice, and rich savorings of the seasonings. I actually like to sprinkle on some chopped green onions at the end too, for that extra bit of crisp freshness. And my mouth is watering at this point. Whew, that's what comfort food does to you. One of my guilty pleasures is even simpler though. Sometimes when I don't have the energy to cook, I take cold leftover rice and pour some hot tea over it. Is that really effective? Wow, you're more of a tea lover than I thought. It may sound strange, but it's a delight when I pair it with the slices of pickled daikon? Daikon? Did I say it right? No, I get you though. When I was a kid, my mom used to give me leftover rice drizzled with soy sauce if I planked for a snack, whenever she's too busy to cook me something substantial. Now that I think about it, it probably tastes similar to egg rice. Most likely yes. I do enjoy making more complicated side dishes to accompany rice though. Vegetable fries are dishes that I return to quite often. I do enjoy the combination of sweetness and umami. I don't know these foods, oh my goodness. The way an onion's sharp, sweet taste pairs with the other vegetables such as mushroom and bell peppers really satisfies my appetite. Wow, you're quite the chef, eh? She starts blushing and puts her hands together. I just know some family recipes is all. If you personally speak to me, I barely know how to cook. Once you understand the basics of cooking, it's quite easy to make something appetizing. If your cooking is anything like your poetry, I'd love to learn from you. Woohoo! I'm not aiming to be a master chef, but if I could learn even just a bit from Yuri, I could probably mix up my dinner some. As we pass through the freezer aisle, I fill up a good portion of my basket with bags of frozen dumplings. So you do really like dumplings then? Well, while I do like dumplings, this brand of gyoza is a bit special. Yuri stares at the freezer for a moment. How so? Well, I guess they hold some nice memories. Even though my mom did make homemade dumplings sometimes, my dad and I always liked this brand of frozen dumplings the most. I guess it kind of became one of my favorite meals. Despite being, well, a frozen food, that always drove my mom crazy. My parents have always been busy with work, but we tried to have at least one meal together as a family every day. And after a while, we went from having them every day to every other day. And for a lot of those meals, my mom ended up making the gyoza because my dad and I wanted them. I'm not reading well. Oh my goodness, how am I not reading well? Why didn't you try making them yourself? Well, we tried, but my dad and I always burnt them. We tried boiling them too, but I prefer them fried. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of conditioned to associate these dumplings with good times spent with my family. Oh, I see. For a moment, Yuri is lost in thought. So do you still burn them then, or? Hey, what kind of an opinion do you have about my cooking? I think she was just trying to make a joke. Chill. I never burn them anymore. Well, I rarely burn them. Yuri giggles at my admission. I suppose you've made quite a lot of them then. Sure have. I've miraculously haven't gotten tired of them either. Actually, there's a funny story attached to one of those times. I tried making them myself. Oh? What happened? Do you remember when I talked about how Sayori almost burned her house down after she tried cooking? Yes, I believe I do. Well, that was the time we tried making these dumplings ourselves. I left Sayori in charge when I went to the bathroom, sorry. Then I started smelling smoke accompanied by her yelling from downstairs. Apparently she tried to pick them up the pan the dumplings were frying on and somehow burned herself and flipped the pan in the process. All the dumplings were scattered on the stove. Those poor dumplings. She started panicking before she knew it. The dumplings were on fire. I'm just glad her parents kept the fire extinguisher underneath the sink. It sounds like you had quite the time. Yeah, and luckily Sayori wasn't burned much by the pan. All's well that ends well, I guess. It seems like these dumplings are to you as oolong tea is to me. How so? Well, she picks up a package of oolong tea. When I was younger, my mother always made fresh tea when I arrived home. Occasionally it was another kind of tea, but we usually had oolong. At first I was indifferent to the tea, but over time I developed a taste for it. Now whenever I drink it reminds me of her. That's really nice, Yuri. I guess we're more similar than I imagined. You know what? I have an idea. How about we cook something together at my house this weekend? Oh, yay! Yay! We're gonna cook with Yuri. Are you certain? I'm not exactly an expert in preparing food now. Well, good thing I'm no expert either. That way we can learn together. Aww. I see your point there. With Sunday morning work, I apologize. I have some obligations that I must attend to on Sunday. What are those obligations? She looks away for a moment, waving her hands. Not that I don't want to spend time with you. This Sunday is usually the day I spend. She turns away again. I'm guessing she's lost in thought. Either that or she really likes whole wheat bread. How about Saturday night? Yes, that would work. Ooh, that's that's actually better than Sunday in my opinion. She lets out a sigh of relief and continues walking with me to the checkout. What are those obligations though? With everything paid for, we start to walk home. As I turn to speak to Yuri though, a spot of small flash of pink. It's Natsuki! Hey look, it's Natsuki! Yuri starts speeding up a little. Do you wanna go and say hi to her? I don't know. She seems like she might be busy. Come on, we're just gonna say hi. Besides, don't you need to get those dumplings in the freezer? I mean, I guess, but... Huh. Wow, you're not letting me save, huh? This is really... So I'm guessing these choices are going to like affect this mod, so... I don't really know. Alright, let's just say... Okay. I guess she does look busy now that you mention it. And there's always tomorrow. In one last glance back, I start walking away again with Yuri. Yuri sighs a bit as we continue walking. I'm guessing she wanted to talk to Natsuki, but felt too anxious to do so? It's alright, Yuri. It's a bit scary to do this kind of stuff sometimes. You'll be able to practice talking more at the club. Yeah, I'll try again another time. The walk back is rather quiet. Is Yuri still thinking about what happened? She looks off to the side in quiet rumination all the way back. Well, here we are. Guess we should split up for now. Goodbye then, Midas. Hold on. I say it without thinking, but I feel a compulsion to not leave things the way they are. Don't sweat it too much, Yuri. It might be hard now, but with a little more practice I'm sure you'll be able to speak more freely. After all, you were able to make me feel welcome when I first joined the club, so if you can do that, in theory, you can do it for the others too. That's true. Thank you for your kind words. I'll definitely talk to Natsuki at school. Oh, and you too, of course. I'll be looking to it.